Prince kneel before you, just go ahead now. Princess, princess who adore you, just go ahead now. This one wants to buy you rockets, go ahead now. Ah, yeah. I'm in, okay. Rob Zilla. Yeah, this one got a princely racket. What I said now. Got some big seal upon his jacket. Ain't in his head now. You marry him, your father will condone you. How about that now? You marry me, your father will disown you. He'll eat his hat now. Marry him or marry me. I'm the one who loves you, baby, can't you see? I ain't got no future or a family tree, but I know what a prince and lover ought to be. I know what a prince and lover ought to be. Said if you want to call him baby, go ahead now. The press conference is coming. Let's go. Let's get it going. Yo, Nicole McGowan. Who's Nicole McGowan? Is that Rose McGowan's sister? A little spin doctors. A request from Hooga to Claus. How could I not? How could I not? Hooga to Claus. Fucking steady. I love them. I don't know the words, so I got to keep looking. You know. Welcome. Giovinezza, primavera di bellezza, della vita nella sprezza, e tu quanto squilleva. Welcome one, welcome all. It is Wood Shampoo Friday. Look at the claws again. Crest inspired me. Oh, good. Gains make my cock gain size, if you know what I mean. Oh, Jonathan. That's this Johnny Bravo, the other Johnny Bravo. Eddie Rowe, what up? Today is a special day in the muscle sport family world. We are having a press conference with Mr. G and Big Lenny. Let me see if they're here. The real Big Lenny. Send request. And now I'm waiting for Mr. G. The real Big Lenny will need to latest version of Instagram. Oh boy. It's always something. Rob Ziller, if you're listening, can you just get your phone up and I'll have Lenny on your thing? Hey, Omega, what up? I am better than Viagra. I do not doubt it. Corvette, what up? Lenny's phone version of Instagram is not going to let him go on the live. So we're going to see if we can get Rob Ziller to get his telephone. Because we want to have the press conference, as they say. The press conference. How do these guys never update their apps? Sometimes you don't know, unless you go to the, what's going on, Omega? Your video still fucking rule everything. Will it be bare knuckle? I think it's going to be bare back, if you know what I'm saying. Middle name Dublin. Sometimes I don't know I need a thing. Also, the real Big Lenny show. Okay, invite here. That's what I was hoping to do. Let's see if I got to get fucking George here too. All right, Big Lenny show. Is George on there? No. Okay, I'll text them over here.
I'll prop it up.
Hey, there they are.
Hold on.
Hey, Rob.
First, show them what we got going on. Move your finger.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, we're just personally signing our new pre-workout, Weird Energy. We got about hundreds here. We've been
show the label.
Writer's cramp at this point.
I know the feeling. That's a big finger.
Yeah, give me 1 second, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Yeah, let's get a plug for the thing. What up, Len?
Hey, Joe. Long time haven't been on the show. What's going on?
Yeah, I missed you, pal. I'm looking forward to
about me.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in October at the big event.
Yeah, it's going to be a historic matchup.
Yep.
We're hearing a lot of talk, a lot of predictions.
Well, that's always good. A little hype, right? A little pre-fight hype. what's his name had with the YouTuber there.
Where's Mr.
Yeah.
Potts? He's still got his apron on or something?
Little black crackhead. So what's going on? Are you training for this fight? Because I know George is. I hope you are. I'm assuming you are.
Yes, I'm doing my own form of training since I entered the personal training world. My endurance training is going to be something unique. I'm not going to really go into detail right now, but
Okay.
I'm very confident in the outcome. And it's basically, without getting into too much detail, it's training into the fight, increasing endurance day by day while keeping a massive body weight, which this is an MMA fight, and that's going to be an advantage for me is my body weight as compared to George. You know, I should outweigh him by 80 or 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Some say that might be the right thing to do, but I'm going to prove that it is.
What do you think you're gonna weigh? Like, what is your body weight now?
I'm about 330 right now, but I expect to be no lighter than 280 and in incredible shape. So I'm improving day to day as far as endurance. And I'm also using some very controversial methods, which I believe are going to play a big part in the endurance factor. Now, the fight factor, I understand Mr. G's way ahead of me at that part, but I'm going to prove with basic skills that I could be the dominant fighter.
To me, it seems to be the heavier of the two guys. You're probably going to look to get the game on the ground then, right? You want to try to get on top of him on the ground?
I believe I can take anything he has. And I know it's going to be very difficult. You know, his endurance is great, his technique and form, and he has great leg strength. We locked up a little bit, and his leg strength is for real.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a challenge, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Pod the Great has a question for you, and then I'm going to get George on. Does Lenny still remember how to shave, or is there no older Haitian ladies willing to shave him?
Yeah, I gotta find me one now. It's kind of hard since I'm all wrapped up. But.
You like the hockey playoff beard, right? All the NHL players.
Yeah, although I don't like to copy off anybody. Just like my own natural look.
And there he is, Mr. G himself. There's George, Mr. Potts Protein Cookies, joining us right now also alongside Big Lenny, and Rob Ziller is over there too as well. George.
How you guys doing? Hey, how you doing?
Good.
How's everything going? All right.
Lenny he said he's going to come in, pretty big. He's 330 now. He's looking maybe even be as light as 280, but that's still going to outweigh you by a lot. What is your normal walk-around body weight?
My body weight's 224.
Okay, that's not
6 foot.
Small then. So then he's going to outweigh you, but my thing is
but it'll be lighter
to the ground.
Yeah,
standing up probably, right?
Well, I have 350-pound guys laying on top of me, training.
And
then I have 30 seconds to get out.
And how have you been doing with that training? I'm sure it's got to be pretty hard.
Well, good. It's not a look. It's not a size game. It's strength is one technique out of 15. So if you have all 14 techniques, you add that to a guy that's equally matched, then you may be able to bull your way through stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Lenny, as far as the reason why this fight is, it looks like that's kind of in the past now. You said something with George, and George took offense with the correct show, but it seems like you guys are, you're doing it because it's a fun thing. You're doing it for charity, and you're gonna shake when it's all said and done. So does that take away some of the wow factor of it because there really is bad blood at this point?
No, it makes me more focused now because that's over with.
Okay.
I apologize, rightfully so. I shouldn't have said that. But now it's about preparation and work ethic and just who's the better fighter.
Yeah.
And make it entertaining for everybody. So it's actually making me more focused.
Now, my thing is, I'm hoping that this isn't as short as the McLeod J Masters bout. Because I'm so looking forward to that. And it was, unfortunately, Jake sustained an injury and he couldn't continue. So I'm hoping that
Jake could have continued, but since he tore a pec, he basically quit. And that's going to haunt him the rest of my life. And that's not going to happen with me. Even if my eyeball pops out, I'm not going to quit like Jay did.
You don't care even if you tear a pec or worse. You're going to continue.
Well, you got to keep going and do what it's a fight.
Yeah.
He didn't train. I mean, Jay Masters just I hit the bag for 5 minutes here and there, and let me just put the gloves on and go and throw the mitts out there, throw punches.
Well,
and as a result,
realistically, Jay, I think, would have won had he not torn the pec and quit. I think I was going to have to step in and break it up, but Jay.
Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know.
He did something stupid in his preparation. He shouldn't have done it, but
now
that's in the past.
Now, listen, I'm old too, so I'm in the same category, right? I'm 53. All of us that are talking right now, we're way past our prime, especially our fighting shape. How do you guys try to make sure that you don't get an injury like Jay had that day? Like, is there any way to prevent that, or are you just going to go balls to the wall and whatever the fuck?
Well, just like when I spoke with George, the importance of the electrolytes and hydration, but best not to think about it. Just go in there and remove it from your mind. Fight with a little reckless abandon.
Yeah, George, what do you say about that?
Well, you still you have to train. You have to. I'm training 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm getting my joints pulled out by grappling. I'm getting punched, kicked. I'm experiencing severe pain. Like the most severe pain I've ever had was Muay Thai push-up, not push-ups, sit-ups. I don't know if you guys have ever done them before.
Oh, I'm not familiar with it.
It's where they take the big mitts, the Muay Thai mitts,
yeah,
kick pads, and they whack it on your stomach, and then you do a push-up. So it's more like that a brunt force. It's like getting whipped.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. I'm used to working through that stuff, and used to, extending my limbs out far. Into my body's used to going into to a fighting situation.
Yeah.
We actively fight. So I'm used to it. I actively fight. But yesterday I was in the cage for an hour, nonstop. So unless you're conditioned in that sense of the game, your body's not used to it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's hard to replicate, but you're doing live training drills, and probably the closest that you could do to that. I mean, you can't. It is what it is. It's that type of sport. Now, let me ask you something. Is this going to be in a ring or a cage?
Cage.
It will be.
It's a full. Look. According to Lenny, Lenny's not a cookie cutter, right? So he says, why would he do a boxing 2 1-minute round? Anybody could put the headgear on and gloves.
Yeah.
It's another thing to get into the MMA arena when you have all these different skills involved in the cage, and around. First, I wanted to make the rounds 3 5-minute rounds, but I think we agreed on 3-minute rounds.
Okay,
Len,
that's fine. Yeah, you'll be able to know who's the win. So you're gonna do 3 3-minute or 5 3-minute?
We'll do. I want to do 3 5. Well, we can decide right now. 3 5-minute rounds is the official undercards of a UFC fight. Unless you're fighting for the championship, it would be 3 5-minute rounds. I mean, 5 5-minute rounds. 3 5s are the undercard.
Lenny, what do you want to do? Are you okay with 3 5-minute rounds, or do you want to do 3-minute rounds?
Well, I better go with the official undercard since this is UFC, so that's fine with me.
That's it. We're all in agreement. 3 5-minute rounds for this match. Are you guys going to be wearing 6-ounce gloves then, regular MMA type of hand gear?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
No headgear?
Yeah. And we'll have no
headgear.
Well, again, if we use the cookie cutter analogy, why would they,
No, I know. Listen,
that would be a.
I'm just asking. No, of course,
I mean, right.
Mr. G.
No, we got to show the world.
Mr. G can use his oven mitts as his gloves. His baking mitts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, that would be worse because I mean, the gloves are meant to actually protect your hand.
Uh-huh.
That's why we wear gloves. Bare knuckled is when you actually hurt your hands and your wrists.
Yeah.
That's the issue. The punches are harder, but you have more of a risk of injury.
Yeah. Now, have any
Your wrists.
besides just training, it's either Lenny or George. Have you ever even did MMA or boxing even like a hobby kind of thing? Have you ever had live, not like fighting in a fucking bar brawl? I'm talking about a real fight with a ref in a cage or a ring. Either of you have?
Never. Just street fights up
I
until
never
the
trained
age of
officially, but
19
Okay.
in
So
Pittsburgh.
neither of you have ever done.
but I trained. I used to. Yeah. I used to train with the M. I used to train on do my own thing before the UFC even started. I would do like a 3 hour like obstacle course training, and I had a bag on a tree that I would hit and stuff. So, but nothing official. Learning from the. If I'm going to climb a mountain, I'm going to learn from the guy who climbed the mountain,
Yeah.
and knows how to get there. I'm not going to just like wing it and look on YouTube. I'm going to go. That's why I went to Nick Catone's.
Yeah.
Nick Catone's MMA is one of the top training places in the country, not the world. All the UFC guys that fight in the US, they come over here and they actually stay in a house here and they train. So there's like 150 guys that are there at any given point. And they all work with each other, and they also work, help me out. So I mean, that's how I'm training,
Are you going to any? I know you didn't want to divulge too much about your training and stuff like that, but are you going to, at any point between now and the fight, are you going to go to an MMA type of trainer, or are you just going to do it on your own?
There's one guy I'm possibly going to see in northern Florida, near Daytona. But if when worst comes to worst, I'll just wing it. But I'm looking forward to the challenge, and I know I could do well.
It's definitely an interesting fight because of the size difference, and George seems to be going the more of the skill route. You just want to go, and there's nothing wrong with that, like the Tank Abbott type of fighter, where you just got the size and the power and everything. So, are you watching videos of like MMA guys to see like different things that they can do?
Guys like Pujanowski, Brock Lesnar, Kimbo Slice,
The bigger brawler fighter,
that big 800-pounder.
Yep.
Manny Yarborough, the late Manny Yarborough, trying to get his techniques. I wish I was 700 pounds for the fight, but maybe I'll try to get up there in the future.
So
what do you know? They just came in.
You should watch the original UFC fights.
I like being the underdog, and I hope I'm the underdog role, and that's always worked for me. When people told me they won't believe in me, that makes a big difference.
Who's reffing the match? You guys have a ref that's signed on to do it? Somebody from the school or something?
Are you asking me? You're asking me, Joe? We're gonna have a regular UFC ref. We're gonna have. I want to get one of the guys in the UFC, the guy from up here that has that owns a training place that referees. Big John, not Big John. The other guy, he's got a bald, shaved head. I want to maybe use him, but we'll see if they allow. If the UFC allows him, yeah. But we're gonna have an official referee. We have to have an official referee because
Now, do you guys have to sign
he's
or something? Is there any legalities that could fuck this up at the 11th hour? Like that we have to do? I want to make sure that I'm going to cover this.
No. Well, it's not. It's an exhibit. Look, it's an MMA charity. It's a charity event. I mean, I'm donating some of my proceeds to veterans suffering post-traumatic stress, and also Nick Catone's foundation for his son who died from a vaccination. So that's where some of my money's going. Whatever Lenny decides to do with the money generated, that's up to him. But it's going to be an exhibition. It's not sanctioned, so we'll sign waivers. Both of us, waivers for to sign. But that's why you want a real referee there.
Yeah.
You want a real referee, real corner man. Because they're there to protect us.
What about the judges? 3 judges. You're going to be able to get somebody that, somebody. I mean, I'm just assuming somebody that's done this before, so they know how to score it.
I'm going to cut. Here's what I'm going to. Let me tell you what I'm going to do, Joe. I'm going to contact Top Team America.
Yeah.
Who has some of the top UFC? Yeah, right. And I'll let them have a booth there, and they can do some demo. We'll have so it'll be from 12 to 6. So it'll be a full 6 hours Saturday in between anything that happens at the Olympia. And we'll have alcohol and food, there for people to purchase. And I'm going to bring, since Lee Priest can't come because of the lockdown, we're going to have him as a virtual bartender.
Great.
Right? Yeah. And we'll have mental hamster has vodka.
That is fundamental.
Right?
Lenny, are you going to, is the whole,
No, I mean,
all the Misfits, is this going to be a great reunion with all the Misfits there cheering you on?
I'm sure they would be. Even Jay, I would be disappointed if he didn't come.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I'd love to see all you guys again. It's been a few years since I hung out.
Yeah, we had a good time at the Olympia.
Yeah, it's at 3 years now, so it'll be cool to see all of you guys again. So
the fans got to understand, like they were saying.
Look, Joe, let me mention
my last appearance.
Okay.
They're all telling me my heart might not take it, so this may be the last chance they got to see me. So come on out and whatever. If we do a pay-per-view, this could be it.
Yeah,
I'm willing to put it on the line.
You're a warrior, bro. George, go ahead, and then I'm gonna.
We'll see.
Go ahead, George.
All right, so the place we're going to be having it is LeBron Sportsplex. It's in Orlando. It's about 25 minutes from the actual Olympia event. All right, and it's not that far away. We'll have 400. We have 400 tickets, of which Lenny will have 200, and I'll have 200. Now I'm trying to get an undercard boxing exhibition beforehand. With somebody other than Lee. So I'm working on it now. I will have a boxing thing before, and the whole idea why this first started was to basically when Lenny said that about me, obviously I accept his apology, but to stop people on the internet from bullying and ruining people's reputations and targeting people to try and get them fired from the job, try and get them in trouble. On the internet, you have all these like internet, like terrorists running around crazy. Somebody has to stop them, So, and I know Lenny, he didn't want those fans, but that's what happens. They come along you, so you got to speak out against them. Otherwise, they're starting to go after them.
Yeah. Somebody just posted.
They're starting to go. The 66 people.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody just wrote that you guys should try to get Jay Masters and Adam McLeod rematch on the undercard. I think that would be fucking awesome. Jay and McLeod again.
Yeah, they was offered $5,000. Jay was offered $5,000. Jay, look, I don't know if you know Jay, Joe, but Jay should. I don't know if Jay has kids. I don't think he does. Does Jay Masters have kids?
Not that I know of. Lenny, you know him a little closer than I do. He doesn't have any children, right? Len?
I don't believe he has any of his own, but you never know these days.
Yeah.
He may have a couple back in Flint, Michigan. We don't know about.
Well, that's the whole reason. So Amanda Palumbo, I speak because we use their products, the Species Isolite, in all our candies and cookies, and they've been making memes of her little kids, like sick stuff. I mean, and these are people who don't have kids, and that's where they're going beyond overboard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Jay isn't doing that himself. I wouldn't think. I'm gonna.
But he says stuff. He's posting videos online that are extremely volatile. And I mean,
well, I can't do that either.
No, there's no sense, Joe. We can use. Look, the whole point is showing how you settle things. That's really what it's about. You settle things like this. You don't go and destroy someone's reputation, destroy their business, send someone to go beat them up.
Yeah.
you go, you settle in an athletic forum, whether it was the Olympics or in this case, we're going to do MMA.
Yeah. Lenny, you don't condone any of that fucking shit, right? Going after them.
No, but what these employers need to realize in this day and age, people do that. There's troublemakers. So don't go firing people because you don't want to deal with it. Work with the person. They're being discriminated against. It happened to me on my job. It happened in the second place I worked at. They start harassing the business owner. Yeah. But there got to be somewhere you can find these people and prosecute them for doing that. Because, everyone's going to do that. Just like we were kids. We did crank calls to people back in the day before,
Some back off, you cunt and hang up, your friend's mother.
Yeah, but
before they had caller ID. Yeah, we did it. I mean.
Right. Lenny, we got their IP addresses. This is beyond it. So this is the start of how it's done. We have a huge platform. This is how we started here. Hey, you want to do that? Guess what? You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay the pipe. You're gonna have to stand up. You're not gonna let you just run. Because if they keep doing it, I have kids. I'm gonna have grandkids, and it'll only get worse. Yeah. It's got to stop now. Either they're gonna join us, or they'll just fade away. And if we have to get lawyers involved with finding their IP addresses, we will. They cannot hide.
Yeah. Doing something like you guys are doing is fun. Doing shit like fucking pussy, that's just pussy and, doing pussy.
They'll fade away. They already stopped. Dave already stopped with me. And not only that, Dave's turned off the comments. So guess what? Now you don't. Now you want to go on and watch our content. We're not going to let you comment.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
So goodbye. Right? So
all comments, even ones that kill me, I don't give a fuck. Put them on. So
no.
Now, tell me about the pay-per-view portion of the fight for you two guys. Where is it going to be available? Obviously, not way in advance, but people are asking. They're curious. Like, how does the whole pay-per-view work?
Okay.
Find it?
If we decide to do the pay-per-view, all right, it'll be with Evan Bright. Evan Bright is a pay-per-view company. They do UFC underpass. The undercard of the UFC is the IFFC. And they do them. They do all sorts of events. I mean, there's a million events all around the world that people have all the time. These events, like this event we're having now, people have boxing for cancer. Like there's a guy up, Charlie Collins, who has in Boston, Mass, Battle of the Bay. And the guys get in the ring and they box 2 1-minute rounds and they raise money, for people from cancer. So I mean, a lot of this stuff is done. It's more and more popular now than before.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have a gate because you're gonna sell 400 tickets.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you're gonna have a.
We'll pre-sell. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pre-sell the tickets. We'll pre-sell them online. I'll put them on my site. Lenny, they'll sell them on their channel. He has avenues to sell them, and then we'll have T-shirts and stuff like that. We'll have other companies there. Jimmy the Bull. And Greg, Jim, the way, John, I don't know about Dave. See, now, the thing about the pay-per-view is I still have to speak to Dave, because if Dave wants to live podcast it, then we're going to have to get some sponsors, the sponsors to pony up some, because I believe we're going to get millions of views, and it'll be residual. After the event, people are going to still want to watch it.
That's true, yeah.
And it'll be great for an advertiser. And I think also what I'm going to also do is I'm going to contact Chicken by the Pound, and we're actually going to sell food there. We'll sell wraps, and we'll use his chicken. You
guys got a fucking gold mine on your hands. I mean, I think you guys.
We want to make
that. But you guys should work together behind. Fighting is great, but you guys work together behind the scenes to make this event really go big. Something every year could be done like this, where there's like fucking
I want to do
names
exactly.
Have fights and shit. It will be fucking hysterical. I'll go me versus Steve Blackman. What do you think? Do I get the advantage?
Grudge fight.
Now you do.
Grudge fights.
Now you do.
Steve would fight. Blackman would. Steve would do it.
Steve, listen. Me and Steve had a falling out when I got fired, but he's not a bad guy. I
no, but
that,
but Joe, But Joe, guys fight against each other all the time in the UFC that were once
Yeah.
spar and still spar now.
Yeah.
In the place, half the guys that are sparring with each other are fighting against each other.
Because it's not even going to take place. Do you guys fully feel if there's anything that you have not control of, obviously, but you guys 100% are doing this, right?
Yes.
In my case, I got some pending legal issues, but I don't see that as a problem.
All right.
Well, I can speak. I mean, if it comes down to it, I can speak to your PO, and explain to them that we're doing it for vets, we're doing it for charity. Yeah. I mean, I don't think
it's a Saturday afternoon, so
I don't think.
I'm Lenny's
break them out,
officer.
I don't think anybody. Look, we want to make this happen. You know what I mean? I mean, the deal is called grudge fights. So at the Arnold, at the Olympia, so people that have a beef on the internet, they can settle it there. Then all the supplement companies can take a guy that's never trained before that wants to get in there, and let the supplement companies go against each other.
Yeah, and that person that doesn't want to get in the ring, they better keep their mouth shut for life because they had their chance.
Well, I mean, this is the point. There's no reason to attack. I mean, there's a point where we say, hey, I'm an idiot, this or that, but then these guys go all over the realm trying to ruin people's jobs and reputations. That we don't want.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool.
You don't know who those people are for the most part. They fucking, do a fucking fake account and, no name.
Well, they have IP addresses.
Well, that's true. You can try to
look, Joe, we got millions of fans. I got people. If something happens, like I got a guy in Louisiana that they use law firm. They tell you and they investigate stuff.
Yeah.
They do this stuff all the day. If you got the money, you can find out anything.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what we got to do is we got to start sniffing these. It's not the strong you got to worry about. It's the weak.
Yeah.
The weak are the ones that are going to turn around and stab you in the back. The strong won't do that.
Yeah.
The strong don't. Look at Biden with Putin.
Now, one of the most important things that I'm going to ask you guys now is ring girls. You have to have ring girls. What do you think? Who do you think could be ring girls for this event?
Anybody with a hot body, sexy looking, whether they're man or trans. Good looking.
I was about to say, does it have to be a tranny though, Len?
No, absolutely not. But I wanted to make it where people don't know. You got to guess. Like a surprise.
Now, deadlifting for donuts.
We were gonna actually, due to low budget, we were just gonna buy a wig and put it on Brad.
Beard and all, but like donuts for deadlifts just came on. She's a sexy fucking girl. She's not too far from Orlando. I'm hoping she's coming to the Olympia. Somebody like that would be a fucking piece of ass.
Yeah, Joe. Sure, Joe. Joe, here was my first. I said something I mentioned to John Romano because he works with Gaspari because we had Gaspari sponsor a bikini contest 12 years ago before there was any bikini.
Right.
They sponsored that. I came out as a fake Triple H, and Triple H emceed it, and we actually had the old. Remember the old Hawaiian Tropic?
Yeah, it was. Arnold. Yeah, when you had.
Forget it. Right. So what we'll do is we'll have. Well, I wanted to. If you have somebody that you can send them up. Have other companies that have people want to put their girl up there, and each one, you
pay a few.
We'll let them out there.
Your shirt, so that's advertising. You get a quick sponsor.
Yeah. Look, you're gonna get millions of. Whether it gets millions of views the first time, it's gonna be residual. Then we're gonna make a video of it.
Yes.
We'll put a whole video together. That we have someone edit it and make a nice little CD you can watch. And then the advertisers will be on there too.
Yep.
And this is the Grudge Fight 1. This is gonna keep.
So deadlifting for donuts. I know Gaines Dealer is going to the Olympia. Gaines, what do you say? You want to be a ring girl? She's fucking. Oh, you gonna?
Yeah. Anybody that wants exposure, we'll give them exposure. We'll let them sell this. Let me see.
Hold on.
I can't wait to look up deadlifting for donuts. She looks hot and ooey and gooey. Whoa, there you go.
right? And
Yeah.
regular family members. There's some men in there, but I got all the girls. See, we can even bring Marilyn Monroe if we want. Holy shit!
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of young ladies that do great work with us, and if they're going to be at the Olympia, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah, if you have your girls, Joe, you could. I mean, they don't even have to be going to the Olympia. I mean, they could just come down, for this,
Well,
and hang out
with stuff. I mean, if they're coming down, I'm sure there's plenty of Florida people too.
Joe, they have a big room at the convention, empty.
I know.
That's what
Yep.
I want. And the guy who bought it's a billionaire, and because the Arnold has 33 Olympic events, and they used to have UFC fights.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's what I envisioned. Actually having ex-athletes, who had beefs, get in there, 2-1 minute box, not MMA, and then have the MMA, both of them. But that's exactly what I envisioned. This way, you have content to the convention, to the trade show. After walking around an hour and a half at the trade show at the Olympia, because it's not like the Arnold, there's nothing for people to see.
Yeah.
And that's why these guys bought it.
Yep.
So, that was the original. So maybe that going down the road, once we make this thing big, then they'll see what it could bring. Because also pay-per-view for them, people are going to want to watch it too.
Yeah, it's definitely, you guys got a cool idea. I mean, we know people are going to be into it. I mean, the fucking J Masters McLeod fight, Hawk. A lot of people were tuned into. I mean,
well, they want to see everybody hates a villain.
No, I mean, come on, the Delray Misfits, and you bring the whole RX Whack Pack to the table, and then people that are unfamiliar with RX Muscle Whack Pack and watch some of the old videos from Palumbo shows back when he was still up here in New York. Some of the greatest fucking programs. Lenny, you're very familiar with that, with Valentino on there, Jimmy the Bull. You love Jimmy the Bull. He's a piss.
I've known all those guys for years from the magazines, including George.
Yep, yeah. So
Muscular Development, absolutely.
All us guys that are a little older, we've been watching fucking RX shows after the whole MD thing with John and Dave after '09. Dave landed on his feet, and that Whack Pack, to me, it sold me, and it got me into Greg, and then me and Greg became buddies and hit it off, and we're still fucking buddies to this day. So things like this, where you can, the Delray Misfits meets the RX Whack Pack. It's kind of like it's a big thing where everybody's a fucking winner because it's all fucking fun. I mean, John and Dave are just legendary for some of their programming they've done over the years. The old podcast, the old radio show.
Yeah, we were doing it before. This is before anybody was doing anything on you, anything in 05.
They built the industry. John and Dave. Yep. Now I know Dan.
Yeah, now there's a new
Ciccarello did their thing. They were great too, but they were more straight bodybuilding.
Yeah,
Dave was fucking fun. It was different.
Well, Joe, you need both. Joe,
yes.
We want the straight guy, and you want the guys, but we both respect each other.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like I'd like to have maybe we should have a Bob Ciccarello MC contest.
Who can?
Right.
Speaking of,
yes, this is Bob here.
Thank you, Bob.
No, I love Bob, man. I mean,
I think Bob
to me, he's
entertainer.
Yes, of course he is.
He does a good job announcing. His clothes are fucking. He comes out impeccable. He's a character. He builds a little fun around something that's really not that much fun. emceeing a bodybuilding show. I mean, it's fucking.
Yeah, the guys have no. They can't even talk because they have no sugar in them.
Yeah, they're all fucking dead. But speaking of contests, George, you wanted to do a contest for today for the viewers of MsM, right?
Yeah, we'll give away. I'll give away a Lee Priest tin and a Jumbo Palumbo tin.
A tin. Now, what does that consist of? How many cookies are in it?
We'll just fill it with stuff.
Okay. Well,
whatever.
From Mr.
In other words, whatever. Yeah, I mean.
Now you have potato chips too, right?
Yeah, but without if I have them, I'll throw them in the box for the people.
All right. Do you want to?
It's going to be U.S. The USA.
Yeah, I know. International shipping's a fucking.
Well, I did. I've been that route.
Yeah, I know.
It's so
beating on that.
Joe, I don't mind. Joe, I don't mind. But once once I'm in the multi-billions, then
Yeah, we're not.
we don't
I gotta send the magazine.
get there.
Europe. It cost me almost $8. You know. You know. All right. You want me to read the question, George?
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys.
First name.
The U.S. viewers only. Don't look it up. That's fucking jerk off way about it. You don't know it. I didn't know the. George asked me the question. I got the wrong answer. I didn't know. All right. What sport did Lee Priest win an award in end of the year, other than bodybuilding, IFBB, NABA, anything? Other than bodybuilding, the legendary Lee Priest won an award in another sport. Tell us the sport and the year. Type it in, and you will be the first one to get it right. Both parts is the winner, George, right?
Joe, you know the year?
No, yeah, I looked it up.
Okay.
I looked it up, yes. All right, hold on a second.
Crazy, right?
Crestwood. All right, so Crestwood and Johnny Morris, you got to give me the year. Crestwood and Johnny Morris got it right, but I just need the year. Curling.
Oh, they're still looking. They're still looking it up on the internet.
Don't look on the internet. Come on, guys. Do this right. 1998. No. See, the year shocked me. I was very surprised by the year. Swimming, no. Lenny, do you know this answer at all? Do you have any idea?
No idea. I would say.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Maybe
I think it's a great question. Basketball.
2003.
All right, so I got Johnny Morris, 1989. Wrong. Oh, man, don't look it up, guys. Don't be that guy. The piss.
Yeah, Lee's an athlete. I mean, that's why people love Lee Priest, because Lee's not about what he looks like.
Yeah.
You know, it's about who he is. I mean, about his content. That's what makes him so
He's
cool.
Great. Yeah. Lenny, jealous of your cleavage. That's Gaines' dealer, and she's got huge cans, Len. She's jealous of you. Johnny Morris, 93. Incorrect. Do I have a No, I got some music there. I was looking for We need the bedroom bully in here. All right, we're going to do this for the next 5 minutes. 3:48, contest is over. If somebody gets it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. Bodybuilders are about what they look like. Johnny Morris, 1990. No. Nick Vineyard has more viewers on his live last night than this garbage. Thank you, Conservative Corvette. Did he have?
So why are they watching?
All right, so it's a good question. People are still, trying to jump in and get the thing. But Johnny, not wrong. 1960, no, wrong. I don't think Lee was even born in 1960. Basketball. But this is going to be a lot of fun in Orlando on Saturday, October 9th. That's Saturday, the same day that Mr. Olympia is going to be crowned, possibly.
Right, at night.
You don't know.
The night show's at 9.
All right, gentlemen, I got to hit the gym. And thank you for having me on, Joe. It was a pleasure.
Lenny, plug away your stuff. Anything you and Rob, whatever you want to plug, go ahead, man. Give it out.
We got my Weird Energy. Me and Rob fill his Weird Energy pre-workouts. We're going to take it right now. Hit the gym. I did cardio in the morning. And Mr. G, what you going to do when Big Lenny runs wild on you? All right, see you guys.
Take care, Len. Thanks, Rob. Werner White, car racing 06, close but no cigar. Close but no cigar.
I'm gonna do a heel kick.
You're gonna do
a heel kick and right cross.
Weird Energy. It's Big Lenny's. I wanted to get the company. Do you know the company that does that? Is there like a behind the scenes somebody like fucking Redcon One presents or something? I don't know. Johnny Morris, 2005. Johnny Morris just hit it. Lee Priest won the Car Racing Rookie of the Year in 2005. Johnny Morris is the winner. Johnny, I will get you and George together. Johnny lives in the U.S.
Yeah, just send to MrPottsProtein.net. Go on our website or our email, MrPottsProtein@gmail.com. I'll just go on and give us your contact, and we'll send it out to you.
Cool. Johnny Morris, good job, man. To get the car racing, And I didn't think '05
That's insane.
something when he was younger, George, not like afterwards, you know?
That's insane because car racing is the #1 sport in our country.
Yeah.
How competitive car racing is extremely way more competitive than bodybuilding because there's just so many more people trying to do it.
Yeah, and us being from the Northeast, we don't see it a lot. In other
No, I mean,
fucking huge.
no, for him to do that.
Yeah, to come, you know, I guess that's when he lived in LA, right? When he lived over here.
I believe that's how he got injured too. I mean, he didn't get injured racing, but I mean, he got injured in a car wreck.
Matthew wants to be put in the fucking ring. Everybody wants to fight. It's a good job though by
see if they have any
putting up the product though. That was a great gesture of you. And there are some gains, dealer. There are some in the Northeast, but not like in New York. You know, like for where we like you're from New York originally, right, George?
Yeah. I moved to the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
About 3 years ago.
All right.
To be close to my business partner who does all our branding, all the stuff. So if I come up with a cookie, and then she comes up with the the logos and and how it's gonna look and stuff. The tins, all that stuff. She's fantastic. The Lee Priest thing, the Total Refuel bar. She just came up with that.
Yeah.
Which is a playoff of Total Recall.
What is the name of it?
Total Refuel bar.
Very cool.
Movie instead of Total Recall because the tin is him standing on. In fact, we're all sold out of tins. I'd show you one, but they're all gone. I'm waiting for more money. He's standing on Mars. Arnold, the poster of Arnold standing on Mars.
Mm-hmm. She
took that whole image because Lee is kind of like a superhero character.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
He goes beyond bodybuilding.
That's and he's into the Superman sign. That's like one of his things, the Superman logo. So it's
right. So we first came out with the bars called Giant Kill, but then we're gonna make the small regular Hershey size.
Yeah.
And now with his image on it, and that'll be mainstream. A Total Refuel bar would be a candy bar with protein in it.
That's pretty cool. I like the stuff that you're doing. I think it's I always tell people, if a bodybuilder thinks something is not shit, they'll eat it, and if it tastes good, they'll eat it twice as much. So you got stuff that's fucking low fat, good protein amounts in it, good grams of protein, and it tastes good. So it's enough.
Yeah, no, well, we don't put any preservatives. Plus, everything is made fresh.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't. So nothing is. It's not like I could take. If someone puts an order in, and I could just take some protein powder and pills and throw it in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, our orders now it would take us 2 weeks to fulfill an order because of how many orders we have, and the amount. Our average order is $160.
And this is MrPotsProtein.com is the URL, right?
MrPotsProtein.net.
.net, excuse me. Mr. Potts.
Yeah, we're gonna be opening up a facility.
Oh, like a brick and mortar store, like?
Well, the front will be a brick and mortar where people could buy stuff on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And then out the back is where we will we'll ship our stuff out of.
Dale,
in other words,
I'm the referee for the fight. Dale, do you have experience? Dale Chance is one of the Delray Misfits. He's a legend in this sport. Big Dale Chance. Dale, it's a 3-round. That's a whole joke with the number 3 with Dale. But if Dale, I'll talk to you about it. I don't know how that whole thing works. If you do have experience in it, you're going to be there. I can let you and George talk, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'd rather have someone that's not connected.
Yeah, but I don't. He would be. I think he would be impartial. I don't think he's gonna, call the fucking fight the wrong way.
That's not Mel Chancey, is it?
No. Dale Chance, the total different last name. Yeah, I know who Mel is too. Mel would be a good referee. He's into the whole.
Well, Mel would be it.
Yeah, Mel knows.
Well, Mel trains. Mel used to, because I'm 63, so I remember when we met Chuck Zito at the Arnold 12 years ago when we were emceeing the booth, me and my brother, and Chuck came over and we were talking to him, and he hadn't seen Mel in a while.
Yeah.
He goes, and to find where somebody is 700 booths. It's like
awesome.
He goes, "Where's Mel?" So we took him over to meet Mel, but then our conversation in the way is he wanted to fight Kimbo then. Chuck wanted to be the oldest guy to fight the UFC at that time.
Yeah.
So I believe it was like he may have been, he was probably like 50 something, and then he knew how Kimbo would lose, you know, with a kick or a submission because he didn't have that game yet.
Yeah, yeah, he was just the backyard brawler, Kimbo. Then.
And then they took his idea, obviously, everything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really the first internet guy that they realized that he had such a following on YouTube. That if you think about it,
those fucking videos are still getting huge hits. Those Florida backyard fucking fights.
It's changing. It's changing. It's where it's now. They realize that look, you want entertainment, but you want people to watch, but you also want someone who has skill.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
You know, the guy who fought Mayweather still had skill. You know,
he did. He was in good shape. Yeah, he was a big fucking ripped kid, and he lasted 8 rounds. I don't know if it was a fucking scripted thing or not. It didn't appear to be.
But they didn't fight weights, did they?
What?
They weren't. Did they wait? They didn't wait. They didn't weigh in, did they?
It was just get in. Yeah, he outweighed him.
So the other guy was heavy. I'm assuming the kid was
Mayweather's
about 50 pounds.
He's still in
maybe 50 or 40. Yeah.
Let me hold on again. Brandon Camacho wants me to ask you what.
Mr. G. Mr. G's days are numbered. Hold on. There's
a force. I do remember something about this. The thing with you and the midget.
Yeah, you know what? You know how that happened? Nobody. So they're having a big charity event. You know, they're having the World Midget Wrestling Championships. And then they asked me if I'll wrestle them.
Yeah.
You know, I said, yeah, I'll wrestle them.
It's cute.
But listen to this. You got to realize, no training, nothing, nada.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just by watching stuff on, how the guys wrestle stuff.
Yeah.
Triple H told me. So Triple H tells me before I'm going to wrestle. He says, listen, these guys, these midgets take it seriously. They think they're really like wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, get the hell out of here. And when I got there, it was at a Boma, this big nightclub in Columbus, Ohio. They had a big giant tent, a circus tent outside with a ring, and all the guys are wrestling. Right? We walk up there, and one guy gets thrown out, and then walk right in front of us on the floor, and people drink and smoke like a scene at a Rocky one.
Yeah, yeah.
There were Rocky fighting in the church.
You got to sing.
You're a bum.
Yeah.
I swear to God. So the guy gets up and pukes in front of me. My brother goes, I don't like this. And I'm like, fuck him. I don't give a fuck, Yeah. I went back in the dressing room. I punched a hole in the wall, and then we went in. And now we're supposed to talk before, like scripted a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
None of that. Then I get in the ring, and the ring announcer, gives him the mic. And he takes it back, and then I go get the mic, and he pulls it away. I'm like, all right. The first thing is this guy comes running at me. Now he's actually in between a midget and a tall. I guess they would call it a fidget. I don't know if they call it a fidget. He's not a real midget, but he's as tall as my waist.
He's a tall midget.
So the point being is for him to carry me on his shoulders is easy.
Yeah.
Just lay there like that.
Yeah.
For me to like picking up a dog that doesn't want you to pick him up off the ground or right. So the guy comes at me. So I go to shake his hand, right? And he does. Then he shoots me like he's like a real wrestling move.
Yeah.
See, when you're doing WWE, you tap the guy. You tap the guy. When you tap the guy, he falls back.
Yeah.
This guy didn't do that.
No, he was there to fucking for real.
No, so I grabbed. I did a crotch roll. I grabbed him by his cojones as he was going on me, and I flipped him over. And then at the end of the match, he says, "I'm supposed to win." I go, "I'm the fucking star."
Did he have a big?
And
was his cock big, or was it soft?
I don't know. At that point, I just blacked. It was just when you're in the ring, you just black out. Like people could be yelling stuff outside.
I hear them and shit. Yeah.
You don't even know. It's the same thing, other than with your coach and like fighting in the octagon.
Yeah.
Lenny doesn't realize. He has no idea the type of. Do you think a UFC guy doesn't take a fight unless he has time to train? Even a trained guy.
Yeah, I hope he does train and stuff, because I know Dale Chance wrote a thing, is Mr. G training and stuff. Mr. G, I can tell you right now, I saw the video you posted earlier today. He's training. He's training with MMA fighters. Legit fucking.
I'm training at Nick Catone's. So I'm training. So for example, I've been training. I have my first. I have one stripe on my white belt in jiu-jitsu, but I also do no gi too. I've been doing. I have a private coach that I do 2 hours a week with. I do Muay Thai 6 days a week for an hour. And then I do, so every day I'm training like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and and my coach is doing all sorts of scenarios. So where I have fighters who have been fighting for 15 years. Like this one guy, Gino, he's 6'3", about 240. We have him laying on me, punching me, all this type of stuff. Like scenarios that UFC guys train. If they're going against a match with somebody, you're going to go against what, and have people do what they're going to do. So for guys, really good grappler or takedown artists, you're going to work with takedown guys that have good takedown game. If you could go against them. I'm working with a guy, CJ, who's a Division I wrestler. This kid's helping me. So I got that kid starting next week. He's got an unbelievable takedown. He just won his first fight. He took the guy down 14 times in 3 rounds.
Wow.
So if I can defend against these guys.
Yeah. No, you're not taking it serious, and that's good.
No, this is as if I'm fighting for the UFC championship of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, my business, everything that I've worked for my whole life, that Lenny was actually tried to bring down, even though he has all those misfits. They do a lot of negative stuff. I don't do so. I actually help people. They try to destroy people, and as they now see, is if you go that route, you'll get destroyed yourself, which is what happened to Lenny, is happening to Rob. All those people are turning on them.
Well, I'm hoping that the people that watch the Misfits are going to tune into this fight. Fuck all the the stupid memes and shit. Let's have fun.
No, I get
event.
Well, sure, Joe, but Joe, that's why I got to stand. That's the point. A grudge fight. Show people how real men, real people settle differences. And then at the end, shake hands. And agree, to go in peace. We fight for peace.
I got the countdown. I got 1.5 minutes left. George, well, they're asked who would it cost, how much per ticket? You guys don't have this figured out yet, I'm sure, right? For the actual
tickets at the fight
at the door, yeah.
Probably be anywhere from 39 to 49, somewhere in there. Because some of the money's gonna be donated.
Yeah, plenty of time to figure this all out. And
the online thing, the pay-per-view will be $9.99.
That easily affordable.
We'll make it super cheap. If we do that, it still may be Dave. I got to speak to Dave. Still may run a lot.
If you put it on his show, you can't do. Nobody.
Sure.
Watch it for free. George, go give me all your plugs you want. I got 1 minute left. Take us out, bro.
Well, I want to thank you, Joe, for bringing me on. Muscle Sports Mag, appreciate it. No problem. I want to thank all the fans of you, RX, fans of Lenny's and stuff coming on. In the end, this is all a competition, and to be respected as that.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with making fun of someone here or there, but when it goes overboard, you guys got to realize we can't let that happen.
Yep.
Go to our website. We have new stuff on there. We have the Lee Priest Total Refuel, also Nick Catone's MMA, which is one of the top training places in the country. If anybody's around in the area or at Tom's River want to come down and train with me, they're welcome to.
Yep. Just
contact us on our website.
10 seconds.
And
get the website out before you get cut off. 10 seconds left. Give the
it's MrPottsProtein.net.
Thanks a lot, George.